It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas all across Drive-Thru RPG. Anyway, yes, it is a week before Christmas, and so I decided to do a New Games for Christmas week as my theme for the picks of the week. We open up with Free League's Forbidden Lands. Now, these are the guys who brought you Tales from the Loop, Mutant Year Zero, and a number of other award winners. These are solid designers, very creative. Forbidden Lands skips the part where your heroes banded together by outside forces to defend a kingdom, recover a treasure, or whatever. Nope, you're the raiders and rogues of an accursed world, quote-unquote, hanging together to explore and survive. Not sure I would have gone with a digital game terminology of open world. That's how they describe the Forbidden Lands setting. But, you know, I grok what they're trying to get to appeal to the Red Dead Redemption crowd and stuff like that. And obviously a lot of people agree with their take because this is a hugely hot project going on right there. That image is really kind of evocative and interesting, I'd say, right there. But yes, this is the first pick of a week's worth of picks that are relatively new games. They came in near the end of October or end of November or already just these first few days of December. And this was my first pick of that. The next day we went on to Spaceships and Starwyrms. This is yet another attempt to bring your D20 gaming into the Star realms, into space opera and stuff. As a matter of fact, this one is a 5e specifically compatible project. You're still going to want the core D&D books for this, by the way, because that's kind of how 5e compatible products work. But it is a setting and an expansion of the rules that spans sci-fi gamut of space opera, interstellar horror, and post-humanity chrome and grit. Spaceships and Starwyrms is a newer than new project, so you've got a great chance of being one of the first kids on your block to own and run it, or even better, give it to your favorite GM for Christmas, and then get them to run a game for you for Christmas. What a great gift that gives. We move on to Dream Askew, Dream Apart. Now, this is a very interesting dual game product. In other words, it's actually sort of multi-games in one. And it's also, it gets into some serious sociological stuff that, you know, is one of the great things that gaming can do for us. As it says right there on the tin, as I like to say, Dream Askew, Queer Strife Amid the Collapse by Avery Alder. And then Dream Apart is Jewish Fantasy of the Shtetl. And I do not know that I pronounced that correctly, and I apologize if I did not. No offense intended, just my best effort. Benjamin Rosenbaum did that one. So this falls in the gaming as exploration of current events and eternal struggles. It's also definitively a 21st century indie design, quote, no dice, no masters system. So this is one of those games where you use a different kind of approach to gaming. Some hardcores don't feel that's really gaming. I don't care. To me, if you're at the table enjoying each other's company and engaged in an activity that creates drama and a sense that not everything necessarily goes the way you expect, that's role-playing games. There's actually 2 games here, but they also give you a lot of material to create your own experience. The focus of the design is building a community of outsiders and then, figuring out the way to belong within the realm of being outside. So some really interesting and very, very deep stuff there. For your indie game fans, this is going to be a really good pick. Now then, we move on to another indie game called On Nobody's Side, and this one also gets into some similar stuff. This one is by the brilliant Rose Bailey, who's done a lot of work for some top publishers, and she's just bringing a lot of amazing new stuff to game design. Features a unique system, round-robin game mastering, and special plot cards that help you tell your story. And you examine what it means to be really good at what you do, yet being rejected for who you are. This is where you're pretty much been a spy doing espionage and stuff like that, and you have to find your way in a world where you've been cast out, and you need to make use of skills that hardly fit a 9-to-5 pattern. Rejected by your original agency for being, quote, out in one way or another, gender, orientation, political views, whatever. Now you work for the Ministry in a 60s that never was. Could be the 1960s, could be the 1760s, or even the 1260s. And I came up with the phrase myself, if you're on nobody's side, what do you stand for? So anyway, this is another really interesting pick that falls well within the indie game area, but it's just an interesting place to do some exploration of the world of espionage, but from a different angle than you're used to. Finally, today, Monarchies of Mau is the capstone pick for the week. I make no apologies for the fact that Eddie Webb is both one of my favorite people and favorite creators. So it's no surprise that the crowning pick for the new games for Christmas week is his much anticipated Monarchies of Mau. The natural follow-up to Pugmire, this is nonetheless a standalone game that takes on the same world from the perspective of the cats that trust their instincts. It's all fully compatible, as I can attest, due to a wonderful crossover game that Eddie ran at AndoCon last year. So there it is. Those are your new games for Christmas week. I sincerely hope that you are all looking forward to having a wonderful holiday. We will have another week of picks next week, but then I'll take the week after that off because, hey, you know, Christmas week. Take that as a time off. I'll be looking to see what my theme for next week is. Probably something to do with holidays. Anyway, remember, if you click on any of these and then you buy stuff using the links that I provide, this does provide affiliate income that me and my family benefit from. So thank you very kindly. You're helping it make a nice Christmas round here. All right, as always, game on and be good.